Oh, I'm so happy. I have some friends here with me already. I'm just so delighted. Thank you so much for joining me. Those of us who are here together now, let us join our hearts and create a sacred space for everyone who joins us. Oh, I'm so delighted that we're here together. We've got the mighty four archangels that are creating a sacred space for us, with Michael in the south, Uriel in the north, Raphael in the east, and Gabriel in the west. All of our guardian angels, our monadic angels, our spirit guides, even our soul family on the other side is gathering around us now. It takes a lot of courage to come in to the physical form. So there is much gratitude for each one of us being willing to hold space here in the physical form and be a conduit for divine truth and divine love. Oh, it's so wonderful for us all to be here together. And let us all hold space for one another. In our hearts, we hold space for the healing of each one of us as we are joined together today. This is a soul group that we, essence of Buddha, with us here now. Green Tara, with us here now, helping to liberate us from needless suffering. Take a moment to ask for their assistance in releasing. Give them permission to assist you in releasing the burdens that have been slowing you down or holding you back. The pain, the sorrow, the fear. In my little place here on earth as we're connecting with this energy. It's governed under the green ray of healing and manifestation that's associated with the third eye and the mind, the perspective. The mind can heal us, and the thoughts in the mind can harm us. So I want just allow yourself to be freed from the patterns in the mind that cause harm to your physical body. They may cause harm to the emotional body. For sure, they create mental anguish. And they can cause damage to the spiritual and etheric bodies. It's those energies, it's those thought patterns that we're letting go of as much as we can today with this super moon energy. And I feel our group has very solid energy, but in the energy of a supermoon, us sensitives can have a difficult time grounding. So what we're being invited to do is place our hands on the top of our head and just invite all of our energy here and now, centered and grounded. Feel many hands of light touching your back. The back of the body can hold a lot of old, deep, old wounds. Let us breathe. Let us breathe in to any discomfort we may feel, to any tension and any heaviness. Now, if we can wrap ourselves here, placing our hands on our shoulders, grounding and soothing ourselves. Feel yourself wrapped in a blanket of light. As Buddha and Green Tara begin to lift any excessive energies from our being. It's natural to have all different types of emotions, but we know that their assistance helps us to align with that middle way, that place of balance. Helping us to stay on our true path. Tara has lit a green fire within and all around us. This healing energy is rising up through you now. As you breathe, allow your sorrows, your burdens, your fears to be lifted. And in this space, you can even begin pulling them out of your being. Wherever you feel, and you're just letting it go in the fire, the green fire that's all around you. We've got the emerald dragons with us. Just let them breathe their fire, saturating your being with this healing transmission. You are such a powerful being. And as you focus your mind on your goals, on your heart's true desires, and your soul's earnest intentions, you can create very quickly. But our challenge in this human form and the human mental plane is that our thoughts scatter our energy in many directions and our power dissipates. So I want you to feel, sense, and know that now is the time. Any useless thoughts that have taken up space in your mind, this is the time to clutter clear. Let us pull them out and throw them in the fire where they may be transmuted. If there are any outside forces, any information that's been coming to you that is not useful, that is not helpful, that does not support you in living in alignment with your truth, in knowing your Buddha nature, ask from your almighty I am presence that this energy be fully extracted from your being, from your life stream, from your mental body, from the mind, from all levels and layers of your being, taken to the appropriate dimension where it can no longer harm you or anyone ever again. Take a nice deep breath here. We ask for the ill effects from that attachment to be cleared. And let us focus on anchoring our infinite self into the mind. We ask that our minds become one with the divine mind. And this does mean an emptying of the mind. I think one of my favorite meditations from the last 21-day program was the Think Less activation. You know, we value, we overvalue thinking in our culture and in modern times. And we are bombarded by thoughts. We are bombarded by opinions. Judgments. And Angel Faith, Archangel Michael's divine complement, is here to help us, because those opinions, those judgments, they can really dampen our heart. So I want you to feel, sense, and know Angel Faith is with us, helping to release from the back of our heart center those should be's and should do's. What we've been told we should be, that is the left side of our body. That's the feminine side, the should be, and the should do is the right, the masculine side. And these shoulds are not in alignment. So if we buy into those shoulds, we get off course a little bit. I should talk this way. I should do this. I should be that. I should be more of this or less of that. So much of the time, those shoulds that are killing our spirit are actually telling us to do the opposite of what our soul, of course, is wanting us to do, is lighting the way for. So let those shoulds dissolve. And allow your heart's true desires to surface, your soul's calling. Come into greater conscious awareness as we free ourselves from those shoulds. We get our wings back. Let us offer mental patterns from our ancestry that are ready to be dissolved today, that have been causing great suffering. Could be great suffering physically, great suffering financially, wherever those thought patterns have been causing suffering, wherever we need it the most. Let those be dissolved. And let the divine truth enter your mind, anchor into your mind. weave into your mind to align you with a new way of being, a way that supports who you really are, supports your divine plan. So allow for the presence of Buddha and green Tara to be given to you today in a transmission of liquid light. Green Tara brings peace into the present moment because she knows without that peace, if we're suffering, we cannot be enlightened. So she comes to release the suffering from our collective so we may know our true nature. So the Buddha mind can be awakened. Feel that as they're cleansing our systems, they're filling us with light. Feel your chakras at the bottoms of your feet are opening up even more now. And their energy is helping to cleanse away the toxins from our system. The toxins in all forms. And the toxic energy from both the male and the female aspects of our being. And we know that we all, no matter what sex we are, we have both feminine and masculine traits that are being cleansed from us as we have them all within us. And from our divine feminine transmission from the beloved green Tara, it's assisting us in releasing worry, anxiety, loneliness, sadness. Helping us to release feelings of victimhood. Just to name a few. Of the negative traits that are being released at this time. and from the male aspects of the self, we release criticism, anger, dominance, pride, and any addiction to busyness, burnout, or overworking. Feel yourself cleansing from your maternal and paternal ancestry. The fears of the ancestors. I want you to feel, sense, and know clouds lifting from the mental space. Heaviness lifting from your being. And it's kind of an old visualization that's popping into my head. You know, I see us like in these hot air balloons, and we've got these heavy, heavy bags of sand that represent the baggage in our lives. And we are lifting those up and dropping them down, and we're ascending to a new level of being, a new level of awareness. Buddha and Green Tara are unplugging us. So there's cords that are connected to us that are with the collective, but they seem very much connected with like social media. Like I said, it was like electrical plugs, and they were unplugging us. Unplugging us. And as much as we can, it's lovely to be, I mean, it's so honored to be connected here with you now. But I think a lot of us are sensing that we're needing more time within. And the more that we kind of see where the rest of the world is at mentally, you can see that there is a lot of fear and a lot of misunderstanding. So we're getting unhooked today, because those hooks, those ties, those plugs, those cords, they've been tugging on us. And they tend to tug on us right when we're focused on, we're getting focused on the truth, and that's when we'll get yanked right back in. to those fears of the future, those regrets from the past. So let us gather and harness all of our energy and all of our power herein to our being, into our hearts, into our minds. Let us receive now. We're going to hold space to receive a message from the amazing beings who are surrounding us now. So allow yourself to receive a message heart to heart from your guides and guardians, from Buddha and Green Tara. I felt the message for our collective group. I saw our minds open and us being like tipped upside down, emptying, emptying our minds. That we're in really interesting times. You and I, each one of us, that is here now with us. This group, we're older souls. And the times that we're in, because there's so much information available, like this instantaneous barrage of information, some is like gold. Some of that energy is just golden, but a great majority of it is only there to distract us. It is only there to divide us. And you and I are called in this space. We've chosen to be here in these challenging times to continue to empty ourselves of this mindlessness, of this garbage, and we're assisting the entire collective. But this is more challenging than in previous lifetimes because of the amount of information, the sheer amount. Now, it's just like that information, it goes both ways. We can have that healing can happen just as quickly. But that, again, the amnesia of the human mental experience where we completely forget who we are can happen so quickly. So I just want you to feel, sense, and know you're going to receive an upgrade now in your mental body. This is going to make it easier for you to cleanse. It's going to make it easier for you to cleanse your mind. And this is interesting the way they're saying it. Every time we cleanse our mind. It's interesting to get a number here, but every time we cleanse our mind, we're holding the space, immediate space, for 10 others to cleanse their mind. So there's something about what's happening in the collective right now. And I think about that number 1 and 0. And 1 is like, watch your thoughts and what they're creating. And the 0 is that divine space as well. So just know these times we're in such pivotal. This is such an important time on our planet. And we have chosen to do this awake. And some of our brothers and sisters on this planet are in a deep sleep. They're in deep sleep. But every time we sit in practice, every time we gather our energies in Sangha, we create an opening and a pathway for our brothers and sisters to wake up. Even if only for a moment. And as I bring this through, I hope that I'm emoting the energy around this. It doesn't feel at all heavy to me, as if, ooh, this is your heavy task, this is your heavy burden. My heart really swells with gratitude for the opportunity to be here. And it's just even greater encouragement that every time that we sit together, we are releasing the suffering, not only for our own being, but for our collective in ways that we can't even really quite understand. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. So I just want you to feel, sense, and know your mind today is becoming more spacious, more open to allow truth to be revealed, to allow divine ideas to be anchored in. So in this time of expansive technology, which is, again, it's a blessing, and it's got a lot of, I don't really want to use the word curse, but it certainly can be used as such, that we really honestly take a look at what is coming across. This is a sacred temple here. These are sacred. This is a sacred space. And we deserve lightness. We don't always need to be serious, but it is really important for us to be aware of what's trying to come in. And really let us hand over the doorway to our being, to the guardianship of our true self, to our inner beings, so that we aren't so quick to let in thoughts and energies that work like a virus. to shut down the vital life force energy within us. Let us make a commitment together now to honor the sacred space, this temple that is our mind. So we won't be so quick to agree when others put us down or seek to manipulate or control us for their own purposes. Let us stand stronger in love and truth. So take a moment in the mind to create a new landscape. Now you can either create a sacred space in your mind. It can be like a structure or a temple, a retreat center in your mind, or it can be a sacred land or holy place. Build that in your mind, here and now. What's really important, and this is coming from Green Tara, she's saying all of us who are in service, it's important. We're doing a lot of work at night as we astral travel. It's really important. They just showed me a sign on the door in our sacred space, closed for business. It's really important for us to choose some time that is just for ourselves, for us to recharge our batteries. And whether it's day or night for some of us, the next time you go to rest your head, we want you just to take that time just for yourself. Whenever you're feeling depleted, make sure that you do this. I love you all. Come back later, closed for business, so that you can go to your own sacred space for healing. Because you are a precious gift to this planet. You've come here with pure intention. You have a pure heart. So allow yourself to receive. Feel the energy of this super moon just above you now. Pushing out any further discordant energy from your system. the green ray is pouring in to every area of your life. Pouring into your entire being. You guys are a powerful group. I almost feel like a workout instructor where they have to try to speak and even though they can barely, breathe through the movement. I'm feeling the power of the healing and trying to find the words and speak through it. So thank you for bearing with me here. Let us hold space for whatever personal healing that is available for you at this time. A change of mind is a miracle. When our mind is brought to a positive space, it's a miracle. Now let us together hold space with all the power and all of the energy that we've received today. Let us just take a look at our inner beings. I'm seeing our central channels look like diamond. They're crystal clear. We are crystal clear. See the energy flowing freely within us. Our organ systems functioning more optimally with this free flow of chi in the system. Let us focus the energy of this profound cleansing upon all of humanity that is open and willing to receive this today. May all living beings who are open receive a blessing and a miracle of liberation. Liberation from the tremendous suffering that is created in the mind, that is created by misunderstanding, by misperception. By the illusion We release. See, feel, sense, and know. I'm sure you saw this as well. I'm seeing angels, millions of angels surrounding the planet now. All those in their heart of hearts that are ready to receive, that are willing to let go of their suffering. In our human form, we even become addicted to suffering, addicted to our thoughts. Let those addictions be dematerialized. Those that are unnecessary, unhelpful, patterns of behavior and thought that diminish our power, that we no longer need for the evolution of our soul. Let them truly be dissolved. Buddha places his forehead against your forehead. Green Tara places her forehead against the back of your head. Take several deep breaths. This is the healing that we've been working towards, we've been building up to. Let yourself fully surrender. As both the right and the left hemispheres of the brain receive an upgrade today. And the biggest piece that I feel coming in is we're shifting gears, and the part of ourselves that holds that judgment of ourselves, judgment of others, is becoming more of the observer. This is how the divine perceives. And Archangel Jeremiah, an angel who governs observation and awareness and focus of the mind, is coming forth for us today. He's placing one hand, he's cradling the mind by placing one hand at the base of the skull and one hand sort of at the first eye or angelic eye level. Helping to release some of those subconscious codes of destruction and truly tune in to the divine realms. Let us see as the divine sees. Let us think as the divine thinks. Let's take a few more deep breaths together. There's a tremendous clearing that's occurring from the lower abdomen, the sacral chakra. The green Tara will remain with us, and this green substance of divine light will remain with us for the next 24 to 48 hours. Please take extra love and care for yourself. Think of yourself, in a supermoon energy, in this moon of emancipation for our souls. Think of yourself as rebirthed, a newborn baby, a newborn baby. And yes, take excellent care. Feed yourself, bathe yourself, nourish and nurture yourself. I am so grateful to all of you for joining me, for spending this time here with me today. We see and feel and sense and really got to get inside view of how some of the work we're doing is really helping these very intense times on our planet. And I'm just so grateful to all of you. And thank you so much for everyone who's taking the attunements with me, who's purchased readings. I'm so honored to be connected with all of you. And I'm so excited for the attunements. I have seen a little bit of what's coming through. And I'm really excited for everything, I should say equally, but there's going to be some manifestation work coming through Green Tara in a way that I've never quite seen before. So I'm just really excited for those attunements. And hang in there for those, like we're going to get them at least, or by the latest, by the new moon. And I'm also going to be doing those readings between now to contact me if you have any questions. But yes, for those who have purchased, you'll be getting those soon. And I just love to everyone. Thank you so much, and have the most beautiful evening. Mwah. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, everyone.